boys, an immense amount. I don't respect Roxy at all. All right, my bad. Of course, jokes. I think it's going to 5. Of course, I got to back my boys, the Denver Shred. Pizza trying to start off hot. Gavilan spotting right underneath the ball a little bit, unfortunately, but it is going to be planning out. Juju trying to find himself a bump. Pizza's already up for the shot, bottom right corner. It's going to be an early lead for the Denver Shred.
Yeah, that's not a pop you want to give away. I've played against Pizza a couple times, unfortunately in ranked, and I mean he's hitting that shot every day. Very good ones player, very good threes player now, and that's not what we're looking for out of Baltimore.
Early on though.
Avalanche, yeah, pretty early on. So it's, I mean, unfortunate, but you know, you give yourself 4 minutes 48 seconds to get something going. As likewise tries to start that off, but that's a great challenge from Juju. Gav now, not a lot of boost, but cuts that well. Ace trying to play it over to Pizza. Looks like Baltimore's giving a little bit of space to the Shred. Looks like they're fine with, you know, putting these challenges head on, not catching the other team off guard, as a touch from Likewise might open up a little more scoring. And as to talk about that, Pizza puts a bouncer in, and 2-0, Denver Shred.
Yeah, Denver Shred starting off the scoring very well, and their offense is just so quick to turn from defense to offense. The transition is almost zero, and I mean, they just turned defense into offense and honestly, made the boxers look like they extended a bit too far up, even though extending too far up is apparently the halfway line point. I mean, it just seems like they weren't overextended much at all. Juju going for a psycho. Hello. He's even going to find the touch. Only going to find their into the hands of Roxy, though, to throw it back in. Another loose ball coming out. Now Pizza's left all alone on defense. Does very well. In fact, it's going to be a little bit of space. Gavilan's trying to close it down. It's going to result in a double-double. Juju can't quite convert that into a goal. Now Roxy being, forced to make it clear. Ace is immediately trying to find a shot here. Now into Pizza's hands. Sniping that bottom right corner. You got to feel a little bit sorry for the net.
I mean, there's just nothing Baltimore can do right now. Every touch that is coming out is followed up by a Denver player. And I mean, again, if that ball slots out and jumps in the middle of the field, Pizza's going to put that bottom top. No matter where that ball goes, it's probably ending up in your net. Baltimore really need to figure themselves out, as Juju looking to find a 4th goal for Denver already. Pizza taking a flip reset, looking to show off his mechs a little, as again, challenges in front of the net, left, right, and center from Denver Shred. Baltimore desperately need to get this ball away from Denver if they want to bring themselves back in this game. And I mean, 3 minutes, 20 seconds, it's threes. Yes, it's a 3-goal deficit, so it's going to be hard, but it is not out of the ordinary for that to happen, as Likewise tries to put a shot on. That's a good 50. Can Roxy follow it up? He will, and that's in front of the net. Gav looking to put a shot on, but great defense from Denver Shred, and the boost control has just been immaculate from them as well.
They're trying to find the midfield pass. Roxy does believe in it. Does go missing this time. Now a passing play getting started from the boxer. Is going to find the back of the net. Roxy trying to pass it down. Likewise trying to slot that. Pizza's there. Now Juju with the counterattack. She's into the corner. It's actually going to be a little bit halted, but the defense is good enough. Pizza just going to pass it over the last defender. Can he slot it? He just barely can. Defenders bumping each other. Thankfully able to cover enough of the net. Juju doesn't go missing. Now Ace into the corner again. Gavilan is getting a massive bump to shut down this play. Now Likewise over Pizza. Pizza maybe to the back of the net. Not quite. Ace is going to have to do his due diligence to get this one clear. It's actually maybe a bit of an opening down the other end of the field. And there's that volatile counterattack that we're so used to seeing already in this series, even though it's only game 1.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just don't really know what to say. Both teammates backed on the field. Roxy going for a pre-jump off the ceiling when he's the only one with boost there. His last effort. Yeah, definitely risky play there, and did obviously result in that Denver goal. I just think the speed is just different from Denver Shred right now, and the boost percentage is just really in their favor. Not really much to do.
Still lots of time in this one, though. You can't get discouraged. 2 minutes to play with here. Even if you can't find it in this game, just stopping the bleeding, getting some momentum for the next game is everything, especially in threes. And if there's anyone that can bounce back, it's Gavilan. We just saw him literally just yesterday in a 1v1 tournament where, he was really up against a solid wall in water. And he found a way back in really demanding fashion, really squeaking one out. But if there's anyone that can command a team and lead a team to victory in tough situations, it's going to be Gavilan. Roxy trying to spark a counterattack of his own. I'll go with attempt. I don't know. You got so much space, you might as well just go for some style points. Likewise, trying to start the counterattack. Maybe the Roxy in the midfield. It is going to be fruitless attempts, but with a minute left on the clock, this game is all but over.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like what you said. I think if I was Gavalanche in this Baltimore side, I'd just be saying, let's win this half. You know, let's have more goals than them in this last 2 minutes 30. Has a shot from Roxy, just misses the crossbar, and it just seems like almost all of the puzzle pieces are found, but there's just one more that they need to find as a counterattack may now start. Likewise, putting it out a little far in front, but does have the speed to beat. Roxy drops it down, and again, just no one there for the follow-up. They're getting so close, yet they're still so far away. Now, 40 seconds left on the clock as this ball will hit out to Ace, looking like he's going to try to redirect this, but looks like he has a teammate up with him. Roxy now 100 boosts. That's definitely not what you want to see if you're Denver trying to put the ball down the field. Roxy definitely would say his mechs are what he likes to show off best as this ball gets dropped down, but nothing to come from it. And that pinch goes down the field.
Yeah, trying to mount at least some sort of momentum going into this next game. Denver Shredder trying their best to shut it out. Roxy into the midfield. Very good pass, but it is going to be shut down. Time is dwindling down. The seconds are up, and we're going to be finding ourselves in the next game. Roxy is going to deny at least one more goal here. Maybe finding a clear. Trying to keep it up. Pizza, out of respect, just want to keep this one up. Now, likewise, getting a chance of his own, and it's going to be finding its way into the dirt. Denver Shred with game one.
Yeah, I definitely think starting to see a little bit of a recurring theme from Baltimore. The first game that they had in preseason was not great either. It was something like 7-1. I just think they take a little bit to grasp themselves. You know, they need to plant their wheels on the field, figure out exactly what they do, what their game plan is. But I mean, looking back at the last 2 minutes of the game, it looked promising from them. So I mean, I definitely think it's not going to be the same scoreline coming into this second game.
I don't even know what they're talking about in the chat.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, getting into the next one, I think they did do a good job of at least stopping the bleeding. You know, they didn't find a way to attack back, but they were able to shut down the Shred, at least in the back half of that game. Now, I'm going to have to see a little bit more of it to be convinced that they can mount a comeback, but being shut out in a 3v3 game does sting a little bit. Not as bad as 2s and 1s, but it definitely does sting, and it's going to be in the back of your mind going into this next game that you still have not found that opening goal. Looking for that first goal, I think that might, you know, be a surge of confidence, and it could really start the charge for a lot of goals, but you got to find that first one.
You're right. I think that first goal is the most important for any match, no matter what it is. And that's definitely what Baltimore need to look for here. But Juju looking to start the scoring off early. There's the doink we've all been waiting for as Ace and Gavalanche will clash in the corner, but Ace gets the best of him. Taking this ball, 34 boost. Looks like he may go for a scoop. No, he'll play this over to Pizza, and Pizza in this 1v1 situation is where he's so deadly. But that's a good challenge from Likewise. Roxy now, not a lot of boost, and those are the double commits you don't want to see from Baltimore. You know, they're not showing their promise. They're not showing that they're composed, that they maybe know what they want to do, but still, better than last game. No score yet.
Yeah, now, being put into an awkward spot, Ace has to find himself out of a sticky situation. It's actually going to stall enough time for his team to get back. Juju now on the ball. Low boost, but able to force that one off. Roxy actually doing a really good job of staying on that one. Pizza now with a chance.
Ooh,
I think he might have saved that one, but it might find its way to the back of the net. It is just barely saved off Roxy, and Likewise getting credit for the save. Now Gavalanche for the counterattack. Trying to put the ball in his head, but it's just managing to break through the ice. Getting through a couple of players. Now Roxy 50-50 in the corner. Narrowly dodging a bump. Pizza is able to continue this attack out of the corner. He's going to find his way in the corner now. Likewise trying to start the attack here. Trying to break the way through to that first goal. Gavalanche is just jumping with glee in his own goal. Able to clear that one. It's going to result in a free possession play for Juju. 100 boost. It's going to give it away pretty quickly. And Gavalanche shutting that one down early. Might feel like a missed out possession play, but I might be speaking too soon. Firing to the top left of the net. Just barely saved away by the crossbar. That fourth player is coming in handy.
Absolutely, and that shot just wide. Baltimore definitely have some sighs of relief after that one, keeping themselves in this series as all three from Baltimore down the field, but Ace with a perfect touch, possibly, as Gavalanche can't get to that. Juju doing really good to keep these counterattacks going, and I definitely think that's what right now might be separating the Denver Shred and the Baltimore is those counterattacks. They have a lot of control. They know what they want to do with it, but likewise looking to find something mid, cannot connect. And another solo play for the Denver Shred down the field. And, you know, maybe that's what Baltimore are looking to do. Maybe they're looking to have those mistakes come out. And speaking of mistakes, Juju can't make it as a carry from Roxy comes out and gets them that first goal with about 2 minutes left.
What a play from Roxy. It cannot be underestimated. Flying high above the entirety of the field. No one could even put a hand up. Now, finding their first goal late in this game, too. Very good timing as well. Finding themselves their first lead of the series. You know, this is a very impactful goal. It seems like they found a way to stop the bleeding. They found a way to adapt, and they're really shutting down those counterattacks. That's one thing I really want to point out. Their third man has been a lot more farther back, being a lot more patient, and they're just waiting for these kind of silly double commits that the Denver Shredder are doing on the offensive end. Cheap player diving in the corner. Although they don't get the counterattack, there is building pressure, trying to find themselves a boost advantage, and that might over time chip down the Denver Shred and result in another goal. Now in front of their goal, Roxy is scrambling. Important Devil coming out, but now it's looking for maybe a fake. Ace shooting for the top. Bins, 2 players committing. It's leaving them in a very awkward position, but they're doing well. They're patching up the defense. It's scrappy, but it's working.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, if I had to talk about this team in one word, I'd say chaos, because I just think that's where they strive. If they can keep their boost control and they can put some chaos in, I mean, probably not their defensive third as much, but in the offensive third for them, I think that's really where they strive here. Gavalanche now looking to take it up high, has a lot of time, looking for a double. He's going to fake it for Roxy, but a backflip might have been smart because Pizza had a really good cut there. That's going to save them some boost, save them some time, as likewise takes this down into the corner, but Ace will connect. And Juju with the 50, you don't want that ball going across net. And they let it. And that's where maybe that chaos does not come in handy.
Oh my goodness, absolutely forcing that one down into the net. I mean, every single player was trying their darndest to keep that one out, barely squeaking in. That is the equalizer, 1-1. Trying to force their way through now, flicking in front of your own goal. It's going to work out this time. Now Roxy getting a chance, but Juju diving. Roxy is able to get one more. Now Pizza having to do some solo defense. Throws into their own corner. Juju's there. One more touch. Is still going to be trying to get center. Pizza shutting this one down, but no boost. Is going to result in a little bit of space for Likewise. Likewise trying to find the midfield. Gavalanche not quite able to connect on the shot. Great attempt there, though. Boxers are really starting to find their stride now. 50-50 net word. It's not quite in. Crucial touch, though, to clear that ball. Likewise, it's trying to continue the pressure. Juju shutting that down very early, though. Gavalanche is a little awkward here. Gonna have to do some solo defense. Top right of the net. Likewise can't quite get there. Juju scores.
I mean, yeah, that is a great counterattack from Juju, but I mean, just talk about the Shred's defense. It's like trying to stick a square through a circle hole. It just won't break. It won't fit through. They're just so connected on that defensive side, and I think that's something that needs to be talked about a little more about that Denver Shred side. You know, they may have scored 6 goals to won this series, but I mean, that's only because of their defense. But speaking of defense, Likewise will maybe shut me up, tell me I don't know too much as he puts that open net in with 13 seconds left.
Not able to find that equalizer late in the game. Super crucial that they do that. They do not want to force any 0-second madness, but I mean, there might still be some 10 seconds left on the clock. Now Ace is going to get the first chance here. Throw it out mid. Roxy shutting it down. Dangerously in the corner. Juju's going to be bringing it across the box. Last seconds left off the clock. 0 seconds now. The entirety of the Shred is left with almost 0 boost. It's going to be bouncing into the corner. They're going to let it down. We have overtime for the first time this series, and this is a very important game for the Boxers. They do not want to be going into match point. Kickoff is not go well for the Boxers. The Shred find themselves on match point, only 2 games into the series.
I mean, it just seems the second that Juju gets any space, he's automatic, no matter how much boost Baltimore has. And I mean, that was definitely a better game than game 1. You know, they seemed a little bit more connected. They found 2 goals as opposed to 0. But I mean, thinking about this is my team, like, what do you personally think? Like, what's the difference maker that needs to happen for the Baltimore to, you know, try to start this reverse sweep and really rally themselves to a series win?
I mean, one thing that is not very prevalent right now is any disruption. You know, it's very dangerous to send a man up to go cause some chaos, steal some boost, get a demo, but there really is just none of that happening. And with how many double commits are going on, if you just have someone else to demo that third man, I mean, it's pretty much open sometimes. The Shred have had a single person back how many times? Pizza been left in the corner alone. Ace has been left back. Juju's been left back. So many times during these 1v2 situations, and they're not capitalizing on them, able to survive and start a counterattack. If you can start capitalizing on those rare chances that you get throughout the game, I mean, there's 2 or 3 chances like that throughout the game that are not being capitalized. If you capitalize on those, that's basically a boxer win.
Right, absolutely. And I mean, when they do find the space, they're capitalizing. They were 2 for 3 this game, but I mean, 3 shots is just not going to do it in a threes match. You have to try to put more near the net and really maybe they just need confusion on that offensive side. Try to confuse Ace, Pizza, or Juju, because I mean they just look very, very connected. It's just not a lot is getting through them.
They're gonna have to find some way though, and pretty soon. Likewise, finding their chances, and like you said, when they do have their chances, even though far and few between, they are taking them very well. Pizza getting out 50 by Roxy, leaving Likewise with a perfect time to strike. Top Bins, early lead. They gotta hold on to it this time though.
Yeah, and I think another thing that I didn't think was gonna be like very prevalent is that kickoffs are really mattering in this series. It seems like a lot of possession, a lot of pressure has started instantly from the kickoffs. Both these teams are very good at keeping that control really, really early on. In just the snap of a finger, it's down the field. As the pressure now actually on that Baltimore side, Ace gets a good touch out. Pizza playing it over. Is Juju going to commit for it? He will, but clashes with Likewise in that corner. Up 1-0 now, Baltimore in a different position than they usually are, actually having the goal lead. Now they're on the front foot, seeing what they could possibly do with it. Juju trying to put a shot on, and that's going to be a great pass, and Pizza will cut that lead to 0. I mean, yeah, it's just they find their teammates so well.
I mean, this is the exact position that we were talking about that the Shred were in, leaving one man back alone to do some defense. This time, instead of a bump or any disruption, they just have a perfect infield pass, basically leaving the entire net to shoot at, and Pizza's shooting has been nothing but excellence tonight. That might as well be an open net. Now looking for another pass. Ace to Pizza again off the inside of the post. Whoa. Almost the goal of the night, but not quite going to go in. Likewise now with a chance to counter. Ace off the ceiling, finding Pizza again. And this duo has been so dangerous. Basically any combination of Pizza. Pizza has been shooting absolute world-class level. Ace is going to the top Bins. And not enough credit. Flying high. Ace able to just sneak this one right under the post. Roxy with absolutely no boost to his name. Tried his best, even got a piece of it, but it just still finds its way in. That's 2-1 to Shred.
It's a very good read from Ace, realizing Roxy missed 100, knows he's nothing. That's just a problem that you cannot have, having 0 boost stuck in net, being third man. Now again, Baltimore back into, I wouldn't say comfortable position, but a position they've been in a lot, down 1. With about 3 minutes left. Pizza trying to make it 2, though. Goes for the ceiling for the double. And Juju, what a pre-jump and a read. And I mean, that is pitch perfect.
That was absolutely disgusting. Juju is just toying with their food. I mean, how many passes was that? That was off a defender to Juju, to Pizza in the corner, Ace in the midfield. I mean, how many passes was that?
I wouldn't be surprised if these guys weren't even calming their passes. They're just something else right now. As Juju again talking about those kickoffs just instantly in their favor. That's a really good kickoff play, calling that he's pushing that one to the right. You know, it looks all but over, but there is still a chance. They're giving themselves time, and like you said, Gavalanche of anyone knows how to come back from a deficit.
And there still is lots of time in this one, like you said. 3 minutes on the clock, 3 goals is all you need. And another shot, almost rattling the post, but Roxy was there to save it. Now Roxy trying to start the counterattack. He's got to start somewhere. 0 boost, gonna flick over one. Juju's scared to beat him. Now with a whole field to play with, just Likewise left. Flip reset to the bottom right corner. Pizza there to secure it. I think Likewise had the save, but Pizza able to just secure it once again. I mean, this is just brutal. Likewise did his absolute best. He did save it off the post, but it wasn't enough. 4 goals to Shred. That is the difference that they got to come back from. This will be an absolute wonderful comeback. Right now, the whole entirety of the Denver Shred is on firing on all cylinders. It's going to take a miracle at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, the second that Denver Shred see any man on an island, they are isolating those 2v1s in a second. And I mean, at this level, you're probably not going to save that if the follow-up happens. Now, likewise, still, all belief, all hope that they have left. They haven't switched their game plan. You know, they're not whiffing. They're not looking like they're too angry. It's just a different level that Shred are on right now that Baltimore definitely have to come up to, as Pizza gets another beat, looking to make it 6-1, looking to get all that closer to, you know, maybe that coveted Brazil that you don't see too often. But down the field from Likewise and Gavalanche, we have Roxy gonna dive in the corner, but I mean, again, the second that any space is found, it is just cut off.
And just suffocating. They're trying to find a goal here. Roxy is going to go missing this time, but pass in field.
Oh.
Double commit this late in the game, and that might have been their chance to score. Miscommunication, panic is ensuing. I mean, look, Juju and Pizza are just up. And Ace diving in his last man, not even going to get punished for it. I mean, maybe they have a chance here. Likewise, and Avalanche trying to pinch. It is going to go wide. These are precious seconds that they need, though. They got to find a goal pretty quick here. Roxy looking for the down. Can't quite find it. Pizza now trying to make some magic, but it's going to be Likewise to put another ball netward. Ace better to it, able to clear that one. Back into the corner. It's a long clear. Now Juju with another chance to double up on that lead, but it's all for naught. I mean, seconds are ticking down. 60 seconds left in this one. They need to spark something now.
Absolutely, and now is when it gets really desperate for Baltimore. The desperation is going to come out. You're probably going to see more double commits than usual.
Oh.
And Likewise gets bumped, just sets his controller down and watches that one roll in. I mean, what even happened here? I mean, and that's just where the confusion comes out. Gavalanche bumped by Juju. Likewise, I think might even bump Juju into Gavalanche. I mean, it's 15 shots to 2 right now, this game. I mean, I just really don't think there's anything that can be done right now.
Yeah, the Boxers are just going to have to watch the time tick down for this one. Maybe for a little bit of pride, you can maybe score one more. Prevent the Brazil at least. Yeah. But this was a tough one. The Denver Shred were really on their game. If this is any level that we are expected to see from them for the rest of the season, this team is going to be a monster. I am very looking forward to see how they perform, especially if they took down Hex's team just a moment ago. Likewise, maybe getting one more chance, ripping a shot top shelf, and Ace is better to it. That was absolutely a ridiculous save, even showing off a bump. Now Juju firing one in the midfield. Pizza wants one more. Gavalanche is not going to let it happen. And as the time ticks down, this was a 3-0. Very telling. I mean, what a game from the Shred. I mean, looking forward to see more of them, but do not fret. I think, like you said before, I think you said the Boxers won their other match. Still, a lot of potential in this team.
But absolutely, there's nothing really that I'm too worried about, because, I mean, yes, was that a sweep? Did they score only, like, 3 goals that whole series? Yes, but I just have to give props to the Denver Shred. I have not seen a team that connected, probably... I don't know if we will more this season, apart from, you watching more of them. Yeah. Like, that was just something else.
Yeah, quick update. They did 3-0 their previous match as well. So, no shame here to the Boxers. Yeah. The Shred were just on a different one today. These guys are on another level right now. I'm really looking forward to see how this team progresses throughout the season. I got no words. I mean, that is just absolutely incredible. I could not be more proud of the boys. Where are they at in the mainstream here? Still lots of matches going on, I believe. They just watched the closing of ours, I'm pretty sure. I could be totally wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
A couple more matches going on, but pleasure casting with you, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry for missing Novice due to, just having that Superstar game, but, I mean, yeah, pleasure casting with you, I mean... Did my team not do too great? Yeah, but I mean, it was still some great Rocket League, so,
Hey, you got the
you always got to have a smile on your face there.
You got your own dub.
Yeah, I got my own dub.
You can't be completely mad. It wasn't a full sweep. I'm interested to see how Novice team did today. I'm sorry I missed that match.
Yeah.
A little bit of confusion. But
our Novice team looked decent, but you never know.
I am very happy with my novice team. I'm not gonna lie. That is one of the teams I am most proud of. I mean, apparently I gotta be proud of every team at this point. People are performing very well. But there's still lots of matches to be played. It's early season. Things are going to change. Teams are going to, get synergy, figure each other out. Lots of season left ahead. This is no indication how the rest of the season is going to go. I hope it is for the Shred, of course. I absolutely hope this is every indication of how everything goes. But as I know all too well, seasons change. Keep an eye out for all these new teams. And I have nothing else to say. I'm ready to close it out here. Any last words?
I just mean, again, thanks for having me. Great Rock League. Thanks for anyone tuning in. Maybe go watch I think 2 series now left on the CSA mainstream. One's going to go to that